Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all shapes, sizes, welcome back to Rossoneri TV. It is Adamo. Today I'll be reviewing the fixture between AC Milan and Chelsea, which just ended 3-1. Now you may be noticing I'm not talking as loud as I usually do. That's due to the fact that I am in Canada and the game ended pretty late, and you gotta respect your elders, guys, alright? People are sleeping, so you gotta tone it down. But anyways, I don't necessarily think Milan had a bad match. I don't think Chelsea performed the greatest or to deserve a 3-1 win. Realistically, I don't think either team played amazing, so I don't think that a 3-1 win properly emulates the performance that Milan had. They weren't necessarily bad. They did have some lapses. Obviously, Poli giving away that stupid penalty and all that stuff going on. But either way, I think going forward, you can definitely see a difference in Milan. They're more structured. They have more ideas. And I think that's down to Montella's system that he plays with the possession football. We have the ball more, thus creating more chances for us. Something along those lines, I guess you could say. But either way, I do think that Milan have improved in that area. Now, the issue is actually getting the ball in the back of the net, as we could see tonight. Hopefully, Nia can improve on that area, because that's something that he hasn't really been the best at in finishing, of course. As with Chelsea, as I said, I don't think they had the best of games, but they did what they had to do to get the win. But I don't necessarily think that matters in the friendly match. I mean, you look at friendly matches and the results don't really matter at all. I think it's more down to the fact that coaches can learn from the games, they can take things from the games, they can see who they can rely on as a player, whether that be through young players, proven players, or anything of those sorts, and more or less what tactics play in certain situations. So I do think that Montella can come out of this game with more ideas and more things to bring to the next games and to the Serie A come next season. So I don't necessarily think that this game was a negative. But either way, I do think that Milan are going to have to solidify their back line, because Paletta's good, Romagnoli's good, the fullbacks they hold their positions, but there's still those defensive lapses. Obviously, Mihajlovic last season did improve the defense that we saw from under Inzaghi previously, but I do think that they still need some work to go with, and hopefully Montella can improve that even further. Maybe with an addition of some signings. If you want to go check that out, you can see my previous video that I talked about some potential signings coming in, and possible signings that won't be coming in, such as Musacchio and such. But I won't talk about it right now. Go watch that video to see that kind of stuff. But anyways, overall, I think it was a decent game for Milan, and that they can take some stuff from the game. But regardless, put down below what your thoughts of the game was. What do you think was sort of the poorest performance of the game? What do you think about that beauty of a free kick from the legend himself, Giacomo Bonaventura? Leave it all down below. Where do you think Milan can improve? Be sure to like, subscribe for more news and content from Rossoneri TV and myself as well. It has been Adamo from Rossoneri TV, and as usual, Forza Milan.